The first thing people notice when they see Tesla's tiny house isn't the size, it's the design. From a distance, it doesn't even look like a home. It looks more like a clean, futuristic Tesla product. Smooth panels, no visible screws, no messy seams, just this compact white shell sitting on a flatbed like a giant piece of tech. And that was intentional. Tesla didn't want it to feel like a cheap box or one of those flimsy prefab cabins. They wanted a home that feels like something engineered, not just built. But the real surprise doesn't happen until you get closer. Because the moment the automated locks release and the structure begins to unfold, you instantly understand why this thing is already going viral. The walls glide out with this precise, almost mechanical smoothness. Not creaky, not shaky, but as if the whole thing is running on a perfectly tuned electric system. The roof lifts upward, the floor panels lock in place, and suddenly what looked like a small storage unit becomes an actual livable home. What's wild is that the entire transformation takes less time than heating up a cup of coffee. Under 2 minutes, start to finish, no tools, no crew, no instruction manual with tiny, confusing drawings. Tesla built the system so the unfolding mechanism is basically idiot-proof. You just press a button, step back, and watch it happen. The company even designed it so that a single person can unpack it alone, which is something no traditional small home company has managed to do at this scale or price. And once it's fully expanded, the interior space catches everyone off guard. It doesn't feel cramped. It doesn't feel temporary. It feels like a micro version of a modern apartment. Tall vertical lines make the room feel higher. The neutral colors give breathing space. And the hidden storage compartments are engineered exactly the way Tesla designs the interior of a Model 3. Clean, simple, no wasted space. There's a sleeping area, a small but functional kitchen, enough room for a desk, and a surprisingly spacious front zone that people are already using as a living room. What really shocked early customers is that this doesn't arrive as an empty shell. Tesla ships it fully finished, floors installed, walls reinforced, insulation sealed, wiring pre-run, lighting installed. So when they say move-in ready, they literally mean it. You're not waiting for contractors or dealing with delays. You don't even need permits in many areas because the structure qualifies as mobile housing or temporary dwelling, depending on the region. And that simplicity, that feeling of stepping into a ready-made home without the usual stress of buying property, is exactly what's making people say this might be one of Tesla's smartest products yet. Once you step inside the Tesla tiny house, the first thing you notice isn't the size, it's the silence. The walls are built with a layered insulation system inspired by the same acoustic panels Tesla uses to quiet down the Model S cabin. So even though you're technically inside a portable home, it feels solid, grounded, and surprisingly private. That's something most tiny homes struggle with. They always feel a bit hollow, like you're living inside a shipping container. Tesla avoided that completely. The layout is simple, but every corner has a purpose. The kitchen is the most surprising area. It's compact, yet fully functional. Induction cooktop, multi-use counter, space for a mini fridge, and a smart storage system hidden behind flush panels. There's no bulky cabinetry, no wasted overhead space. Tesla designed the kitchen with this one-motion access concept, meaning you can open, reach, and close everything without stepping around or bending in awkward positions. Early users said it feels like living inside a high-tech RV, but without the clutter or cramped feeling. The sleeping area is equally smart. Instead of a fixed bed that eats up half the room, Tesla went with a convertible system that shifts between a bed, a couch, and a workspace. It's all built into the wall with smooth sliding rails, so the transition takes seconds. And because the lighting is placed along the upper edges of the walls rather than the ceiling, the entire room feels taller and more open than it actually is. Lighting, by the way, is one of the most underrated features in this home. Tesla didn't go with cheap LED strips. They created a soft, warm white lighting system that mimics natural daylight and automatically adjusts based on the time of day. The same idea behind Tesla's auto-dim interior lights in their cars. At night, the lights subtly dim to reduce eye strain and help you sleep faster. During the day, they brighten. Then there's the part nobody expected. Tesla included a micro HVAC system that runs on minimal energy but keeps the space at a steady temperature nearly all day long. It's not loud, it doesn't take up floor space, and it uses the same efficient heat pump technology Tesla introduced in the Model Y. This one feature alone makes the home feel more real than any prefab home in its price range. Of course, the real magic is how everything works together. The outlets are pre-wired for solar charging, the wall panels are reinforced to support mounted screens, and the flooring is built from a composite material that's waterproof, scratch-resistant, and designed to last decades. You can spill water, drag furniture, or walk in with muddy shoes. The floor doesn't care. Tesla wanted something that works for travelers, minimalists, emergency housing, and even full-time living. And by the time you've walked from one side of the home to the other, you realize something. This isn't a kid home. It's not a starter cabin. It's a fully engineered Tesla product, built with the same obsessive attention to detail they use for their cars. Most people assume Tesla is just experimenting with tiny homes because it's a cool side project. But the truth is far more strategic. Elon Musk and his team aren't just thinking about houses. They're thinking about solving America's housing crisis at a fundamental level. Across the United States, 44 million people rent, and nearly half of them pay over 35% of their income on housing. Construction costs are skyrocketing, materials are expensive, labor is limited, and land prices in cities have become almost impossible for first-time buyers. It's a perfect storm that has left millions with no realistic path to homeownership. Tesla approached the problem like it does with electric cars: simplify, standardize, scale. Instead of relying on traditional construction, weeks of labor, piles of lumber, months of delays, they applied prefabrication and industrial automation. Every tiny house is built in a factory under controlled conditions, using robotic systems to assemble walls, floors, and utilities like you'd see in a Tesla Gigafactory. The same engineering rigor used for Model Y frames is applied to the tiny home. The result? A move-in-ready house in under 2 hours that costs less than many used cars, yet meets modern safety, comfort, and energy standards. It's a house designed to survive heat waves, floods, and storms while remaining energy efficient, thanks to rooftop solar, a mini Powerwall, and smart insulation. And the cost model is revolutionary. Instead of asking buyers to pay tens of thousands for land plus construction, Tesla focuses on making the home itself affordable and portable. When paired with upcoming land partnerships, some tiny homes could cost less than $500 a month, including land and utilities, a fraction of what even small apartments cost in most cities. In essence, Tesla isn't just selling houses. They're creating a new blueprint for housing: scalable, modular, energy independent, and shockingly affordable. The kind of model that could change not just how Americans live, but how entire cities and communities are structured in the future. This isn't hype. It's a calculated move that combines technology, logistics, and finance, turning a tiny home into a full-scale solution for a national crisis. One of the most jaw-dropping features of the Tesla tiny house isn't inside. It's how fast it goes from a flat-packed unit on a trailer to a fully livable home. Traditional construction projects can take months or even years, with permits, contractors, and endless delays. Tesla flipped that on its head. Every home is designed to travel like a large appliance. Its width stays under 8.5 feet, so it can move through interstates without special permits. The length is perfectly modular, allowing multiple units to stack on a single trailer. This isn't shipping a house. It's shipping a mass-produced product designed to integrate seamlessly into the country's existing trucking system. Once it arrives at its destination, setup is almost shockingly simple. Instead of pouring concrete or assembling walls, Tesla uses helical screw piles or compact concrete piers, depending on soil type. 2 people can install the supports in a single day with quiet, portable equipment. Then a 3 to 4 person crew sets the house, levels it, anchors it, and connects utilities in roughly 3 hours. That's it. No framing, no roofing, no interior work. Everything comes pre-finished from the factory. Utilities are plug and play. The pre-wired service panel handles up to 60 amps, enough for heating, cooling, lighting, and appliances. Water and sewer connections use quick connect hardware, cutting plumber time from hours to minutes. Off-grid models only need a water source and low-voltage communication feed, as the solar array and integrated battery provide power independently. Seniors, or those with limited mobility, don't have to schedule multiple contractors. The home is ready to live in the same day it arrives. Tesla also solved what usually kills nationwide deployment: permits and bureaucracy. Each unit comes with a standardized factory certification package accepted in many jurisdictions. Some regions even treat the home like an RV, eliminating long engineering loops entirely. That means instead of waiting weeks or months for approvals, residents can move in almost immediately. Distribution is another genius piece of the puzzle. Tesla ships bulk units to regional hubs. Then short-haul trucks handle last-mile delivery under 200 miles, often costing just a few $100s. A single 53-foot trailer can move dozens of homes per month. This hub-based, repeatable logistics model is the backbone of Tesla's plan to scale affordable housing nationwide, something no other company has attempted at this level. And the result? People with fixed schedules, medical needs, or physical limitations can finally experience certainty when moving. One delivery window, 1 day of installation, and a fully functional home by evening. No surprises, no hidden costs, no waiting months to live comfortably. But while logistics solve speed and efficiency, the real game changer comes from something most Americans never expected: Tesla's secret approach to land itself. Tesla's tiny house isn't just a product. It's a revolution. After decades of Americans being priced out of the housing market, Elon Musk and his team are proving that you don't need millions of dollars, years of construction, or even expensive land to finally have a stable, safe home. For under $7,959, in less than 2 hours, you can have a fully functional, energy-independent, storm-resistant house, a feat that once seemed impossible. The combination of cutting-edge design, industrial logistics, smart energy systems, and strategic land partnerships creates something entirely new. Imagine a world where a retiree, a digital nomad, or a young family can live securely without drowning in debt, without waiting months for construction, and without sacrificing comfort. That world is not science fiction, it's Tesla's tiny house reality. Even more shocking is how Tesla is reshaping communities. By placing these homes on previously unused land, they're reviving small towns, boosting local economies, and creating micro-communities with gardens, shared spaces, and sustainable energy. It's not just housing, it's a new way to think about how and where we live. And the implications stretch far beyond a single unit. If this model scales nationwide, we could be looking at the first real nationwide housing breakthrough in generations. The barriers that once held families back, outrageous land prices, endless construction delays, and lack of utilities, are being removed. Tesla isn't promising a solution, they're delivering it, piece by piece, home by home. So here's the question for you. Would a fully equipped, move-in ready Tesla tiny house, with legal land for less than $500 a month, finally make homeownership feel possible? Can this model truly solve the decades-long housing nightmare for millions of Americans? If you think this is the breakthrough the housing market has been waiting for, comment Freeland below, tap that like button if you were shocked by what you just saw, and make sure to subscribe. The next chapter of Tesla's tiny house transformation is only just beginning. And trust me, you'll want to be here for the next reveal. Tesla didn't just build a tiny house. They reimagined the American dream, and it's unfolding right before our eyes.